Hello everybody, welcome to another weekly reading. Before I start the reading this week, I want to do something different. I've never done this before, but I feel like I have to do this. Like it is my way of paying homage and paying my respects to a man who I loved a lot, even though I'd never met him. He was somebody who was a celebrity, somebody who is completely, out of my realm, but somebody who affected my life to quite a degree, and I want to pay him homage. This morning when I got on Facebook, I saw a post that the brilliant and wonderful and amazingly gifted, talented bass player for the British rock band Yes, Chris Squire, passed away this morning, apparently due to complications from leukemia. He was 67 years old. This man was one of the greatest musicians, I believe, that ever lived, honestly. If you know the band Yes, if you're a fan of those 70s progressive rock bands like Pink Floyd, Yes, King Crimson, Emerson, Lake and Palmer, the kind of bands who put out songs that were like generally 20 minutes long each, and they were comprised of various differing sort of chapters or movements or whatever. That's the kind of music that Yes played, and he was just a virtuoso, this man. And yeah, when I saw that post today on Facebook, I was just so sad. And it's strange and wonderful the effects that people we have never met can have on our lives. Even though I'd never listened to a Yes song probably in more than a year, or something like that. I mean, I grew up listening to their music because I was fortunate enough to have an older brother who had their albums lying around the house. So when I was like 10 years old, I was exposed to all these amazing rock bands like Yes, and listened to their music over and over again. And I have such great memories of that. And I'll always remember, that bass of his was so distinctive, and he has influenced so many musicians over the years. I know Geddy Lee from Rush, for sure, definitely has been hugely influenced by Chris Squire, and he himself has gone on to win like numerous awards for his bass playing. He's also a virtuoso. So I don't want to go into a big long treatise about music. I do love music. Music is a very big part of my life. I am a rock chick. I'm an alt rock and rock chick, and I love the 70s stuff. I also love the modern rock, a lot of it. So, music is a very big part of my life, and I definitely wanted to pay homage to him and pay my respects to him and express my love for him, and how sad I was to hear of his passing. And I'm sure many of you who are Yes fans as well, who are fans of his, feel the same way. So I just wanted to dedicate this portion of my tarot reading this week to Chris Squire. R.I.P., sir. You will be greatly, greatly missed. Okay, so as promised, I am using the Aquarian Tarot this week, and I've already done a major shuffle. I actually laid the cards out on the table and spread them out and swished them around 3 times, just to make sure, and look what's happened here. But I will just give them another quick shuffle again, and then I will draw 3 cards that will represent the energies that are in the air this week, and interpret the messages that come through the cards, and let us know what could be expected this week. Okay. All right. So, card number 1 will be this card. Card number 2 will be this card. And card number 3 will be this card. Okay. So we'll tune over the cards one by one. We got the Tower, Major Arcana number 16. We got Major Arcana number 17, the Star. I shuffled these really well, guys. And we got the 10 of Rods, or 10 of Wands. So, in short, wow, we've got 2 Major Arcana here. This Major Arcana is a serious card. Not that this one isn't, but in a different way. And then we have the Ten of Rods. So this is a major, major week. Okay, let me just take this in for a second here. Wow, very interesting. Okay, so let's start with the Tower. So, as many of you know, and as you can see by the picture on the card, this is a card about major upheaval. This can be a card about sudden occurrences, something coming out of nowhere that you didn't expect that hugely affects your life. Doesn't have to be negative. It can be. Can also be a positive something. This could be like a lightning bolt out of the blue, like something, an aha moment, a major aha moment where you get a sudden revelation. That could be what is represented by this card. But generally, this card is said to represent a situation in your life that was not meant to last long term. And because of that, it is crumbling. The foundations are crumbling and it needs to be rebuilt. The positive side of this card is that when your structure is rebuilt, whenever it is, whether it's a relationship, whether it's a job, whether it's financial, anything like that, whatever is built upon after this is going to be far more stable. It's going to be far more solid. It is going to withstand far more turmoil than this did, okay? Not that turmoil is going to come, but you know what I mean. It's going to be a structure that is far better built than this one. You know, this could be, if it's a relationship that's suddenly coming to an end, maybe you've been fooling yourself all this time. Maybe you've secretly, well, not secretly, maybe you've been harboring fears that your partner is cheating on you, or that they're lying to you about something major, or just that something is not right, you know, that you've just been ignoring the fact that you're too different, that your personalities are too different and it's not really working, but you've been faking it and you've been trying hard to make it work in order not to let it go because you may fear being alone or something like that. If this is a job, you know, you could just suddenly lose your job out of the blue. I don't want to scare anybody. It's a possibility. This is the kind of thing that can happen when this card comes up. It could also maybe mean a sudden financial drain, like out of the blue, something goes wrong with your car breaks down, or something in your house goes wrong and you need to pay a lot of money to fix it, you know, something like that, something unexpected that seems like oh my God, like, oh, it's just a major negative pain in the ass, basically. I'm just looking for anything else that's coming to me here. Of course, we see the waves crashing here against the tower. So it's kind of like, it's stormy. There's a stormy situation going on. You know, your mind could be stormy. Your relationship could be stormy. Situation at your job could be stormy. Financial situation could be stormy. And it's coming to an end. It's reaching its inevitable conclusion of destruction because it needs to happen. It needs to happen in order for you to progress and for you to move on to what you're meant to do or what's meant to happen in your life. So we will come back to this card. Now, right after this card, interestingly, and we get the very next Major Arcana, the Star. And I shuffled these extremely well, so it's shocking to me that these came up in succession here, but they did. And the Star is a card of healing, which is much needed after a card like this, right? Obviously, after you've been through a lot of upheaval, a lot of chaos, a lot of destruction, you need to heal. You need some R&R. You need some you time, okay? And that's what this card is all about. It's about regeneration. It's about rejuvenation. It's about hope. It's about faith. It's about having faith in the future, having faith that things will be better, that after this major crisis or whatever it is that's occurring, that things are going to be better, that your life will be improved as a result. And this is a sign that it will. You don't need this card to show you that. After this card, it's always a sign that things are going to be better. After you've gotten through this period, you know, things can only get better. And that's what this card is telling you, okay? So if something majorly bad, majorly unexpected happens to you this week, Try to remember this card being in the mix here, and that it's telling you that this happened for your growth, for your healing. This needed to happen in order for you to grow as a person, in order for you to evolve, and in order for your life to be all that's meant to be, okay? In order for the positive cannot manifest or take place until the negative is dealt with and gotten out of the way and resolved. Okay? Because as long as that negative influence is there, it's going to block the positive from coming in. So you need to let this go. You need to let this go and try not to grieve and stress about it too much. Just kind of breathe and meditate. Definitely, if you're into meditation, do that this week. Do whatever you can to be kind to yourself and be good to yourself. And see how there's a peacock here under this brilliant star. The peacock is a magnificent animal, okay? You know, there's going to be something magnificent and something beautiful coming out of this situation. You know, it may not feel that way when you're going through, if you're going through something difficult, but it's definitely indicated here. Yeah, notice like the cliffs on either side, kind of like the rocky terrain. You know, this peacock is emerging from that terrain, okay? So it's telling you that it is going to be better. This situation that's happening is happening for the greater good, and you know, it will improve your life. It will improve your situation in the long run. Okay, and our other card here, the Ten of Rods, just reinforces this card here. I mean, the Ten of Rods, or the Ten of Wands, is a card all about exhaustion. It's about mental exhaustion. It's about physical exhaustion. It's feeling like you're at the end of your rope, like you have taken on so much that you possibly have felt burdened. You know, maybe you've been doing a lot of things for a lot of different people. Maybe you've been carrying a financial situation all by yourself, or maybe you've been mentally or emotionally supporting someone who's really kind of draining to you. Maybe you've been doing like all the work around the house, or you're doing all the child care, or you've been bogged down with schoolwork, or whatever it is. Whatever it is, you're feeling really, really like you're done, like you're just about ready to drop, and that could mean, that exhaustion could lead to the crumbling of this structure here, which is necessary. It is necessary in order to move on to this great new way of being with the star, okay? And notice how this guy has a helmet on too, you know? He looks like a warrior. He's been through the wars, you know? You may have felt like you've been through the wars. And, you know, you're ready for leave. You're ready for some shore time. You know, what do they call that? Shore leave? Yeah, shore leave. You're ready for that. And he's even like, it's almost like he's even like falling asleep or leaning against these rods. You know, like he's like, they're supporting him. They're keeping him standing, you know? It's like you feel that your responsibilities or your work are what's keeping you going. It's the only thing that's keeping you going. Nothing else is. Like there's no emotional sustenance. There's no financial sustenance. It's just you just going by sheer force of will and determination, okay? But this is telling you that, you know, you need to, it's got to end. You've got to take a break. You've got to get some TLC. You've got to get some R&R. You've got to take time for you, okay? So let me look at all three of these in context again and put them all together. Like I said, I don't want to scare anybody this week. I'm not saying, you know, it's not definite that anything majorly bad is going to happen. The tarot is not a black and white system. Because a card appears, it doesn't mean that that is definitely what is going to happen. It's just the way the cards are being read at the moment. They're reading the situation. And remember, this is a general reading. This isn't going to apply to everyone. But if it does apply to you, it's good to know this information, right? So that you can kind of be prepared, or, you know, just kind of think about the possibility of something like this happening and remembering what the cards are telling you. And I think the most important card we have to focus on this week is the star right here in the middle, because it's a card all about healing, like I said, and hope, and restoring yourself, and rejuvenation. And it's really a card all about universal support. The star is all about the universe having your back. You know, it's telling you that whether it's your guardian angel or God or the cosmos or whatever it is, something out there, something great and something very powerful is is looking out for you. You know, that's one way to look at this card. It's like knowing that things will get better, you know, having faith in that, and realizing that if a difficult situation does occur, that it's not the end of the world. You know, things are definitely going to get better. Not only are they going to get better, but they're going to be better probably than they ever have been, because this is now out of your life and you need it out of your life. Okay. And very, very important, take some time to relax. If any of you are going on vacation, thoroughly enjoy that vacation. If you can afford, or if you can, you know, if you can manage taking a day off from work this week, if you're going through something stressful, definitely do that. Definitely do that, and do not feel guilty about it, okay? If you've got a vacation day coming up or whatever, hey, even if you need to take a sick day, do it. Do it for you. You're important, okay? You deserve to treat yourself well, and you deserve to take care of yourself, and I don't see anything wrong with that. So you have my permission, at least, anyway, even if you don't have your boss's. Not that I'm encouraging anybody to play hooky, but you know what I mean, okay? I'm looking out for you guys. I'm looking out for your well-being here. So, yeah, really, you know, be good to yourself this week. Be kind to yourself. If you're going through a difficult situation, realize that it is happening for your development, for your greater good. And that with this card showing up right after, even after all that shuffling that I did, that massive amount of shuffling I did, it's definitely an indication that things are on the upswing. They are looking up for you, and they are going to get better. But, you know, this is a dire situation here. You know, you're feeling really, really overwrought, overworked, you know, and you need a break. You know, you need a break because things have come to a crisis point. Okay. So guys, good luck with your week. I hope that it's not too difficult for you. And, you know, just remember to breathe, meditate if at all possible. If you do that, it's definitely going to help. And, you know, you will get through. We will all get through this time if something difficult does occur. Okay. So I hope you enjoyed the reading. Please like if you did enjoy the reading, like the video. Subscribe if you haven't already. Please go visit my website. I will link it in the description box below if you would like to order a reading from me. I have several readings that are available on my site, so you can go over there and click the services tab to find out what kind of services I offer. I would love to work with you. Also, if you wouldn't mind, please go over and like my Facebook page. I will link that as well in the description box. And I'm also on Twitter. So if you want to follow me on Twitter, hey, man, would I love it. So please do. So thank you so much for your attention. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys again next week. Have a wonderful one. Have a great one, and remember that star card. Okay, thanks, guys. Bye for now.